Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Calderdale Music Trust's Live Music in Schools Christmas performance. It's so good to see you all here this afternoon. Hopefully, you're watching along on your screens, either in your classrooms or in other settings around, and are really pleased to have you with us. Now, this has not really been the year perhaps many of us expected it to be, right back at the start. So what we hope to bring to you now is some joy, some happiness, some festive songs, traditional, modern songs. I know some of you have been working on some songs that you're going to play along with us as well with the ukuleles, and hopefully they're ready and waiting as well. And with that, I shall now hand over to Mrs. Baker.
Hello everybody. I'm hoping that some of you at school where you've been learning ukulele might have your ukuleles ready. For those of you at home, no matter what age you are, whether you're young, whether you're older, this is a great instrument to learn. It's really, really good value. You can pick them up for a really, really good price, and they're really easy to learn at home as well. And we're just going to be using these as a little bit of a kind of a rhythm accompaniment. We're going to do you some Christmas songs on this. We're going to start off with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You can hear behind me we've started with the rhythm section, who I'll be introducing to you later, and we're just going to strum along with some chords. The first chord that we're going to start with is a C, simplest chord. We're just going to put one finger down on that bottom string on the 3rd fret, and my colleague next to me here, Mr. Walters, is going to be giving you a much more complicated strumming pattern, but I'm going to do something very, very simple. And the tune, rather than by us, and rather than by singing, is going to be given to you by our wind and brass teachers. I'm going to just quickly introduce them to you now because you're going to see lots of them in the show. So first off, we have Mrs. Boots over there, who is on the clarinet. Lovely. And just in front of her is Miss Moss, who is playing the tenor saxophone for us in this number. And just along from Miss Moss is Mrs. Cornby, who is playing the flute. And just moving behind Mrs. Cornby, we have Sammy. Now, Sammy isn't one of our music leaders. Sammy is our administrator, and many of you will know Sammy from our offices. But Sammy, little known is that Sammy also is a very, 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 very impressive trumpet player, and she's playing trumpet for us now. And joining Sammy here is a very versatile music leader of ours. Just along at the back, you can see he's surrounded by lots of different percussion, and he also plays the trumpet. This is Mr. Drinkwater. Back to me. So these are the people that are going to be giving the tune along with us as we do our nice strumming along on a C chord. And of course we've got the other shifts, but if you've been working on it, and if you haven't, then this video will be available for you to play along with, and you can be playing along yourself at home. Here we go.
Thank you, that was brilliant, and hopefully you enjoyed playing along with that at home too. Now, my name is Mr. Hayward, and I'm Principal at Calderdale Music Trust, and I'm so proud that we've been able to pull together as the whole team here to bring you this live performance. It's been a very interesting year for musicians and people in the arts. and it's just so good that we can be together and bring some real live music to you this afternoon. Now, back in February, when COVID, the situation there was just starting to escalate a little bit more, someone at the Music Trust asked me if I'd join them for a meeting on Zoom. And I nodded along really confidently and said, of course I will. And then quickly Googled what Zoom was, because I had absolutely no idea. I'd never heard of it before. But since then, I've spent so many days and hours on Zoom, as I'm sure you have as well in your different ways. And these are new ways for us to work together. But also, it's enabled us to work in some new and creative ways as well. I've really enjoyed, over the summer period and through this autumn term, looking at the really creative ways that people are using the new technologies, the new platforms, Zoom, Teams, and other ones, to make music and to make the arts really stand out. And so this next performance isn't something that's live, it's something that our music leaders have put together as a little tribute to the developing technologies of things like Zoom. So I'm going to now introduce Carol of the Bells, which is presented in a Zoom-style format, and I hope you enjoy it.
Enjoyed that performance that our music leaders created at home and put onto Zoom for you. We're going to give you another live performance now. This is from our wind and brass staff, who many of whom you just met. They are also joined by Mr. Rhodes, another of our very versatile music leaders who you've already heard on kit, and you'll be hearing him shortly on the trumpet. And also Mrs. Dorrance, who is playing the piano on this, and our very own Mr. Haywood on kit. This was done in our studio, as you're going to see shortly, and I think you'll agree that it's been really nice to get together as musicians and play together. There's nothing like having live musicians in a room bouncing off each other, although we're doing this in a socially distanced way. This arrangement is a medley of hits from The Greatest Showman, and the arrangement was done by Richard Cornby. I hope you enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Durrans, a music leader here at Calderdale Music Trust. Our next song came about as a project with Paul Whitaker, OBE. Paul is fabulously talented and is known throughout the world for his wonderful signing of songs. Make sure you keep a good eye on the screen. If you've been practicing in school, you might just see yourself.
Candles in the window, shadows painting the ceiling, gazing at the fire glow, feeling that gingerbread feeling. Precious moments, special people, happy faces I can see somewhere in my memory. Christmas joys all around me. Living in my memory, all of the music, all of the magic, all of the family home here with me. Candles in the window, shadows painting the ceiling, gazing at the fire glow, feeling that gingerbread feeling. Precious moments, special people, happy faces I can see somewhere in my memory. Christmas joys all around me. Living in my memory, all of the music, all of the magic, all of the family home here with me.
Such a beautiful song, such beautiful lyrics. Well done to those of you that were signing along with us during that piece. And thank you to all of those schools that gave us those beautiful presentations of you doing the signs that Paul's taught us. Our next piece in the programme is another one that we've done at home. This is another vocal arrangement that our staff have done from home. More staff have contributed to this, so you're going to see a lot more of us. And we've decided to give you a bit of a traditional carol this time. So we are going to go, we've done an arrangement of Away in a Manger. So here is our performance of Away in a Manger for you.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Durrans.
Little Lord Jesus,
Now, for our next link, what we've decided to do is just sneak away from the action a little bit and give you some scenes backstage, because putting on a production of this scale does take rather a lot of work and takes a lot more people than are just in our performance space. I'm just going to give you a sneaky peek of what goes on behind the scenes. And in this room, we've just got our admin team and business team busily working away, doing all the back office preparations to help a show like this take place and all the teaching in schools. But come on, let's go this way and I'll show you what else is going on. In this room, we've got the sound, and this is where all of the instruments come into. Chris is doing a great job of mixing that, so hopefully it sounds brilliant in your speakers, in your classrooms and at home. Go on, and let's now go into the performance room that we've created. And in here, we've got our video team working with all the cameras. We've got the lighting crew over there, just making sure it looks fantastic as well. Hopefully now, just going to give you the opportunity to get your ukuleles ready, and I'm now going to hand over to Mrs. Baker, who's going to lead us through our next ukulele performance song.
Right, we're back on ukuleles again. Let me know if you switch camera, and I need to switch camera. You already met our horn section just earlier on. We are now, as you can already hear, we've got the rhythm section going. So the rhythm section in a band like this, these are the ones that provide that kind of drive and accompaniment, the rhythm, the beat, and the harmony. We already have Mr. Rhodes here on kit. Give us a little bit of a solo, Mr. Rhodes, please. And on bass, we have Mr. Scattergood. And on rhythm guitar, we have Mr. Latham. Lovely. And over on piano, we have Mrs. Durrans. And joined just on the other side of me, we have Mr. Walters, who is playing the ukulele along with us. But if you want to give a little bit of a more advanced strum pattern, a little bit more rhythm, then follow along and copy him. You'll be seeing a little bit more of Mr. Walters in the coming song. So we're this time going to be doing Jingle Bells. Nice and again, dead simple. We've just got 3 chords, a C, an F and a G7. I'm going to be doing the really easy strumming pattern, and we're doing this at a really nice, easy tempo for everybody. So here we go. I'm going to start doing my C along with you guys. And our horns are going to start doing the tune.
I hope you really enjoyed either playing along with that or listening along. If you've got a ukulele with you now, perhaps you just want to place that down in a safe space as I introduce our next song to you. A brilliant classic Christmas song. I'm sure you'll enjoy this one. And now I'm going to introduce to you Frosty the Snowman.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Song that is. As we move on to our next piece, we've introduced everybody who's here. We've introduced our music leaders and the crew and our admin team. But there's one instrument that we don't get to roll out too often, especially at Christmas. It's one I really get excited about bringing out. So I'm just going to make a little bit of a feature of this one. Right near the back somewhere, we've got Mr. Drinkwater, who's playing our tubular bells, and these have a beautiful sound. And Mr. Drinkwater has kindly volunteered just for this little link, just to give you a little solo, so we can just hear what they sound like. Thank you, Mr. Drinkwater. Fantastic, thank you. Now, they don't feature in our next song, but the song after this one, you have to look out for them because they've got a really special part in that. With our next song, it's something I'm really excited about, and despite all the challenges of this year, I really hope that Santa Claus is going to come to my house on Christmas Day, and I'm sure for you too. So our next song is going to be Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Watch out, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows if you've been bad or good.
And sadly, we've nearly reached the end of today's performance. Our show is almost over. So sadly, all it's time for now is for me to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. All the best for 2021. And we're going to finish with a brilliant Christmas number. Look out for those tubular bells. I wish it could be Christmas every day. Hope you really enjoyed the show today, and hopefully look forward to seeing you all very soon. Take it away.